My name is Rick. I'm 48 years old and I had a tumor in my upper spine. I collect various comic book, horror movie, and video game memorabilia. I'm originally from Fremont, Nebraska. I've been in Florida for about 24 years. Before my injury, I was riding a bike all the way to Clearwater, Florida and back, so I was putting in 400 miles plus a month. But I haven't been able to do that recently, but I'll be able to eventually again. When I have my little boy on the weekends, we go hiking and things like that. I'm looking forward to being able to do that again in the near future. About a year and a half ago, I started to feel a pain shooting down my left arm anytime I would sneeze or cough. In the space of about 6 months, it started to get to the point where I couldn't sleep at night.
Rick was a gentleman who I met first at St. Anthony's Hospital here in St. Petersburg, who had presented with very severe progression of weakness in both his upper extremities and lower extremities, to the point where he could not walk anymore.
And it eventually got so bad and it was all encompassing. I went to 3 chiropractors. The first 2 didn't do me any good whatsoever. The third one sent me to go get an MRI because he knew something was wrong other than a pinched disc.
When I reviewed his MRI, I saw one of the largest cervical spinal cord tumors I had seen. He had severe compression of his spinal cord.
They immediately told me that I had a mass on my spine and I had to go to the hospital. So I didn't even come home that day. I went straight from the MRI facility to the hospital. For somebody who is as healthy as I am, and as good a shape as I was in, to find out that I had a life-threatening tumor pressing on my spine cord and not knowing whether it was benign or whether it was malignant was terrifying. I've got a little boy that's the light of my life, and the first thing I thought about what was going to happen if I wasn't around for him anymore.
In the OR, we decompressed his spinal cord, we took out the tumor, and we fused his spine to stabilize him.
I didn't know 100% until about 2 weeks after Dr. Beffler pulled the tumor out. He did a biopsy and then he sent a frozen sample off for a second opinion. Something that was really amazing about him and that gave me good feelings at the beginning is when he came in to see me, he told me at the very beginning he was about 90% certain that it was benign and that they could most likely get all of it with no problem. Well, not with no problem, but they could get it all.
Since then, he's done really well. He's improved in his neurological function. He's worked very hard at rehab to get back to where he was, but he's regained some of the function of walking. He's regained a lot of movement, and from what I understand, his pain has reduced significantly.
I can feel myself getting better every day, but like Dr. Beffler told me, it's a long process.
He's got a long course ahead of him in terms of recovery. This was a very large tumor and had been there for a very long time, compressing his spine. But he's well on the way to recovery.
Now I can get in and out of bed and sleep fine. Yeah, there's no problem with that at all now. Dr. Beffler has been fantastic. I mean, he has been like a friend from start to finish, and that's what I really needed. He didn't sugarcoat anything when I went in, but he was very positive throughout the entire process and has continued to be. Dr. Beffler definitely saved my life. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here right now if he hadn't removed that tumor from my spine and got my spine back in shape again.